Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Who Watches Who, a Doctor Who podcast with me, Matthew, and as always, I am joined with...
Yes, hello, it's Scott, and we have some bad news. Sit down.
Yeah, Doctor Who's done.
To
The end. Doctor Who is over, okay? I'm just going to rip that plaster off immediately. Doctor Who's done. It's in the bin. It's cancelled. It's never coming back. It sucks. It was always bad, and you were dumb for liking it. Yeah. So Doctor Who's done. How do you feel about that?
I kind of sensed it. You know, it's like watching a relative die of like on their deathbed of cancer. But you know, it is going to come back eventually. It's going to be good again. Maybe. Yeah. No.
If we'll get into it when we read it, but if they were willing to lie about having episodes written and ready and that would be coming out later this year, what's to stop them lying that it's coming back at all? Where do the lies end?
I don't think they lied about having an episode written. I don't think anyone ever said.
Russell T Davies straight up fucking says that he was lying, doesn't he? I never wrote it. For the record, there was no script. I never wrote it. No actor.
Well, we'll get into it. But he doesn't say I lied.
No, he does. As a result, there won't be a Christmas special. We only cooked that up to guarantee a future.
We'll get into it.
When no one knew what would happen. He's a fucking lying bastard. And the BBC backed his lies because the BBC announced a Christmas special.
Yeah. We'll get into it, but I think something happened behind the scenes. Everything seemed to be going well up until about April or May, and then suddenly something just fell apart. I don't know what happened. Well, I guess
they realized the show was bad. Yeah.
But yeah, if you
yeah, I'll read the announcement. Will we from Doctor Who News? An update on the future of Doctor Who. Today, we are announcing an update on plans for the future of Doctor Who. As part of securing the next phase of the show for future generations and in line with the BBC's charter and agreement requirements, the BBC will put Doctor Who out to competitive tender this year. Doctor Who remains an important part of the BBC, and this tender underpins the BBC's continued commitment to Doctor Who, ensuring audiences will enjoy the show for years to come. After careful consideration, the BBC, Russell T Davies, and Bad Wolf have collectively decided to not go ahead with the previously announced Doctor Who Christmas episode. This decision was not taken lightly, and we know it will be disappointing for fans. But in order to set the show up for future series, it was decided that rather than bridge the gap with a one-off special, we are choosing to push forward to invest in the long-term future of the show, which ensures that when the TARDIS lands once more, it does so in all its glory. The previously announced new Doctor Who animation series for CBeebies is currently in production.
Hooray.
Details of the tender will be... I was worried about that one. Details of the tender will be announced in due course. The BBC retains all IP in Doctor Who. BBC Studios will continue to lead the global distribution of Doctor Who, as well as licensing consumer products, digital and immersive experiences on behalf of the BBC. So that is, in so many words, the show is cancelled. It's put to an end. This era is over. And we are selling the show, like people can basically pitch their idea of the show to us for us to buy, which we should get on that. We should get on that, Scott.
Yeah, I think we should get on it. I think this more so tells the story about how bad the economy is, how bad the industry is, because this isn't the first time BBC has done this. We've done it with their shows Casualty and Blue Peter. They're produced by like an independent studio now that's for hire by the BBC, which is weird. Like the BBC aren't producing their own shows really anymore. How sad.
Well, no one's paying their TV license either.
Yeah.
I think it's I don't know. Like I don't think the issue so much with this era of Doctor Who was the money, you know, like maybe sorry, I was all frozen there. I don't think the issue was the money, like maybe like behind the scenes that was a huge factor in playing it, but like on screen the show looked fine. It looked nice at times, but it there were still bits where the CGI was a bit wonk, where it's still like green screen was a bit wonk, wherever. It was always the writing. The issue was always the fucking writing. The show was vapid. It had no ideas. It was up its own ass. It was lost in the fucking sauce of lore completely. You know, it was unapproachable, and it was full of bad and genuinely embarrassing ideas. Billy Piper showing up as like now it's like a Bugs Bunny type. That's oh hey guys, you know, like fucking use the pig that shows up. That's all, folks.
Porky Pig,
you know. Yeah, you know, like that, like, instead of just being, like, the Doctor or a weird like, it's just like, oh, we're just breaking the fourth wall to say goodbye, or whatever. It's embarrassing. Like, just have the Doctor regenerate, and then we don't see who it is. It's a cliffhanger. Yeah. So easy to do. If I was Russell T. Davies, I would fucking hang my head in shame.
Yeah. No, I think this is a front. We've been discussing Doctor Who for 5 years now. We've covered every new episode since Flux aired. And I think this is roughly when the major flaws in Doctor Who started to appear. It's I think it's too as you said, it's too wrapped up in its own lore. We're not really, like the last time I properly enjoyed Doctor Who was Series 10, and I think self-contained stories about like humanity and shit like that is where Doctor Who should be, but instead it's what is the timeless child? It's like generating content.
What is the Doctor? What is Time Lords? What is
by generation, and who is Meet the Beep's boss, and
the gods? The gods were with us the whole time. These interdimensional giant gods. And like just like regular and constant contradictions from Russell T. Davies about his decision making. Like, remember like the Doctor's screwdriver? Yeah. We didn't want it to look like a gun. Anyway, here's the finale where the Doctor is wielding a giant fucking machine gun to shoot down. Yeah, a decision
that initially made us confused, but as we sat with it, it made a little bit more sense. Hey, we don't want black kids in America running around with objects that look like guns because they are a target in America, and we don't want that kind of thing happening to fans of a show. So let's make it like a spoon instead. Let's make it a sonic spoon. I think just get rid of a sonic screwdriver at that point, honestly. I think.
I mean, they like never used it anyway because its design was genuinely awful. But I also think it's like this constant idea of Russell T. Davies desperately doesn't want to upset any single person with his show. You know, like his other work that he's doing, I haven't seen his latest Tiptoes, but like It's a Sin, Years and Years. These are like they have something to say, and they're not afraid to back down to say it. You know, like they have a very obvious on the nose statement. This is this, and this is what I mean by it. Where Doctor Who, it was trying so hard to please everybody. It pleases nobody, you know. Like you've called it out multiple times, as have I on the show. The weird virtue signaling of this fucking show, where it's bringing in disabled characters to go, look, they're disabled. We're a progressive show because we have disabled people like that one, like that disabled person right there. Look at how disabled they are. Yeah, you know,
nothing was done with Shirley from Unit. Like there's no characterization with Shirley apart from she's in a wheelchair. And her wheelchair shoots rockets, and Kate is going to yell at her when she's like brainwashed by the toy maker, and she's going to yell at her, I saw you stand once.
That she can go up.
A ramp that's never going to be used, which I guess was mainly for Bernard Cribbins, who obviously couldn't film his scenes inside the TARDIS, but sure. But let's introduce a trans character where. Firstly, I think the way they handled Rose Noble in the Star Beast was decent enough. Where it's like a genuine conversation between Sylvia and Donna, where she's like, "How do I approach this? Like that's clumsy, but there was genuine heart there."
Yeah. It falls apart by the end of that very episode.
Yeah. I mean, every subsequent...
binary, non-binary.
I mean, every.
You remember that? You remember?
Yeah. I mean, every appearance of Rose Noble after that is she's going to stand around in the background. She's going to get like 3 lines per episode if she's lucky. You know, there is no character to Rose Noble. Yeah.
Oh my god, just I'm reliving that non-binary scene. I don't think I've ever cringed so fucking hard from a piece of media before. But Russell T Davies had some words to say, as he often does, about his goodbyes on Doctor Who. He says, "And so goodbye from me to Doctor Who, but hello to a big new future for the show. As the BBC announces it's putting the show out to tender, as a result there won't be a Christmas special. We only cooked that up to guarantee a future when no one knew what would happen. But now we do know there's no need for it. You'll have to wait a bit longer for new Doctor Who, but you'll be waiting for more Doctor Who than a one-off, so it's worth it. For the record, there was no script, I never wrote it, and no actor was ever approached to play the next Doctor. You may disagree. Fine. Sit in that chair and wait to be proved right. You'll wait a long time. Now, I'm excited as anyone to see what comes next. Will they keep the theme tune? Will they lose the blue box? Will they bring back the Draven? It's all up for grabs, which is so Doctor Who, exciting and unpredictable and new. Here comes to the future. Vorp, vorp." The first comment on that, every day Christopher Eccleston grows more and more right.
These comments have been really making people go.
I bet they're insane. Brutal.
Yeah. The main thing I've seen is Russell Davies lied about writing me. He never said he wrote the episode. He was formulating an idea for the episode. Obviously, we should go backwards in time to look at the Disney deal. That fell apart very quickly after series 2. We don't know what the fuck happened between. We don't know what the fuck happened. Disney obviously weren't very happy. I don't blame them with the quality.
I think the show just did shit.
Yeah,
I think it just did shit. It did not bring in numbers on Disney
Plus.
It
definitely
didn't break into the American audience. The script quality was not of a standard they expected, and so they just cancelled it. You know?
and there was no way to get new audiences on board because you have to start off with the David Tennant specials, which keep calling back to the previous Russell T Davies era, and the lore is just so fucking complicated with the fucking gods and Sutek and the two Ranis and the writing.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Singular episodes were really good. I think you and I found we did a tier list earlier this year. I think most of the episodes are like in the B tier list and the C tier list.
Solid, yeah.
It's a solid run of episodes for the most part.
The issue with both seasons was often the finale. Like, you'd have a bad episode here or there, but then the finale would just make everything so much worse in retrospect because they spend so long teasing out this grand, awesome finale that ends up making no fucking sense and is genuinely, like, the worst thing you've ever seen on screen. Yeah. And then, like, you're like, I don't want to... Like, this is what that build-up was for. That's why I sat through this whole era. And it's just... a fucking abysmal era to try to get people in to watch the show. As you said, it's completely unapproachable for anybody to get in on it. I think it's nothing to do with the cast either. Like, I think the cast performance are all stellar. I think Ncuti Gatwa's performance is very good as the Doctor. I think he suffers from the writing and the weird direction of just do whatever you want, and so he's like, I'm just gonna cry all the time. They're like, that's great, if you want to cry, then you can cry in a scene. Like, that's not what good direction is. But also Russell T Davies, I feel, got really ahead of himself. Do you remember the stories we were reading when before series 1 had come out, and he was like, I'm already writing series 2, and then series 1 was like out and series 2 was like about to come out, and he's like, I'm on season 3, I'm writing season 4, and it's like, what the fuck are you like?
Part of the problem there is because of the quick, it's shot way ahead in advance because Disney need to have the episodes in so far in advance so they can dub it in like 60 other languages. I mean, you really have to like shoot those 2 seasons back to back, which is like a 16-month shoot, really, which is fucking insane. I think that's part of the reason why Ncuti Gatwa left. He's like, I'm fucking tired of this. This is a 16-month shoot. He gave a line, "My knees are tired," which is a fucking lie, but
one more lie in this era,
I mean, it wasn't guaranteed if Disney were going to do season 3 when series 3 was going to appear, because that announcement came so late after season 2 wrapped up, because season 2 ended May 31st, and then we didn't get the announcement until October. I thought they were moving ahead, doing a Christmas special. I mean, obviously something happened between October and say, I would say it was like April, because the last time because when the 2 episodes of the classic series, the 2 lost episodes were found, I think I remember hearing Russell T Davies talk about the Christmas special, and he was like, it's still moving ahead. We're still moving ahead. I'm about to write it any day now. The deadline is fast approaching, and then suddenly, silence. We never hear another thing about the Christmas special. So something happened. I don't know what the fuck happened.
I think, I don't know. Maybe he just had no ideas. He's 100% writes himself into a box with the ending of season 2. With Billy Piper showing up, because if you're continuing from here, you have to fucking answer what the fuck that was.
Yeah.
There's no answer he can come up with that's good. And so he's like, okay, well, like, we could either move forward with this and write something that's not going to be good, or we could just cancel. We can just bin it, and I'll move on. And it sucks because like people are looking forward to him coming back. I think everybody was looking forward to him coming back. It was such a stellar announcement, especially because having gone through the Chris Chibnall era, where you're like, this is the worst the show's ever gonna be. This is terrible, And now I long for it. Bring fucking Chris Chibnall back, I want to go back to that time.
I do think we put Russell T Davies on a pedestal a little bit too much. He's not the greatest writer in the universe, but he is the guy who made me want to go into writing. He is the guy who made me want to study film at college. He is the guy who made I met you because of Russell T Davies in such a weird roundabout way, and now we do a Doctor Who podcast every fucking week, or more or less.
But for the past 5 years we've done a Doctor Who podcast.
But Russell T Davies is the guy for me. He's the guy who made me love cinema. He's the writer who made me appreciate TV shows on a bigger level. And what the fuck happened, man? I have no words. We've covered every single Russell T Davies 2 episode in his era. I'm just fucking I'm so fucking burned. I'm so fucking burned.
Yeah, it's terrible.
The last shot of Russell T Davies's Doctor Who ever is now Billy Piper going, hello.
Yeah.
Fucking desperate. And his last era ended with Billy Piper as well, when David Tennant goes to visit Rose in 2005. It all goes back to Billy Piper. We will keep updating this channel, so we will discuss any news that's going to come out. I don't think we're going to get any news about the potential new studio until early next year at the earliest. I imagine it's going to be a long process. I can imagine that.
Oh my god, it's going to be dire. I just have no hope for anything Doctor Who. If they announce the new showrunner and it's fucking somebody like the guy that wrote War Between the Land and the Sea, or it's Stephen Moffat again, or it's somebody that's tangentially related to Doctor Who, I am going to be sour and miserable and pessimistic until I'm proven wrong. It needs fresh blood. It needs somebody else in it. It needs somebody new in it. And I guess we'll find out when we're 30 years old and fathers,
Yeah, it's... the last year, I've just been feeling deflated about the state of this show. Ever since I saw the opening minutes of that series finale, I'm like, something isn't right here. It's gone wrong. It's gone so off the trails, but we're never going to get back to proper Doctor Who ever again. And
it's the joys of this podcast is when Doctor Who is good. Yeah. We really feel it, and it's exciting to talk about. And when Doctor Who is bad, which is a large chunk of the time right now, it becomes a misery circle where you chat about how shit something is for a year on end. It can really breed a hatred towards the show because you're like, why the fuck is this so bad? But it's God, can it get worse? Can it get worse? Is this the rock bottom? Has Doctor Who finally fucking hit rock bottom? Is this it? We're done now. we're done with the rock bottom. We can get up. You know, we're like.
This is both the best news we could get and the worst news we can get. You know, the best news is because we're getting new creative visions, hopefully, with this new production company. Hopefully they put things on track again so we can fucking enjoy Doctor Who. It needed... we didn't need Russell T Davies anymore after those 26 episodes between the 2 seasons and War Between the Land and the Sea. I don't think we don't need Russell T Davies. We needed a fresh start. This is our fresh start. We're going to get new episodes in 2030 at the latest. It's going to be good again. I promise you, it's going to be great. It's going to be joyous. Doctor Who is going to get 18 million views again. It's going to be so good.
I think David Tennant's coming back again for a third time. Fourth time, fifth time. He's just coming back, and he's going to be the companion and the Doctor and the TARDIS. And it's just going to be called David Tennant. And that's the name of the show.
If you want to listen to us talk more about David Tennant, we are currently most of the way through our journey into Utopia, The Sound of Drums, and The Last of the Time Lords. Our next episode will be The Last of the Time Lords, which I'm looking forward to get into. Yep. But yeah, you can listen to those episodes. We've covered so many Doctor Who episodes now, more than you can shake a stick at.
Yeah, crazy amounts. I mean, like we've got some decent views on some of the episodes. It's nice to remember. Like about a year ago, 2 years ago, we were getting 500 views consistently, which is
our
crazy.
Most viewed episode is still the one we named The Big Bang Theory.
It's almost at 4,000. It's almost at 4,000 views, which is crazy. But like Fugitive of the Jadoon, did Empire of Death, Ruined Doctor Who, the Survival Review. These all have over 500 views. Like they did well. They were And some of those are pretty recent.
Speaking of a Big Bang Theory, we might as well just do Stuart versus Stuart fails to save a universe.
Oh yeah,
let's do one of those
turn
episodes.
This into Let's just turn the show into that. That show looks way better than Doctor Who. Yeah,
I'm actually looking forward to
a way better show. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. Honestly, like unironically, looking forward to it big time because I'm like, I mean, like the Big Bang Theory itself, I think gets chat on a justified amount. I think it gets better as the show goes on. Mm-hmm. I have seen the whole show. It's comfort watching. It's easy watching. And this looks like a really weird creative turn. I'm all for it. I haven't seen Young Sheldon. I grew out of it by then, But
you grew out of Young Sheldon.
But no, I'm looking forward to Stuart fails to save the universe. I think it would be goofy. Yeah.
But yeah, that's us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think that's us. Yeah, thank you very much for listening to this episode.
We got a new podcast.
We do.
Delete your own opinion.
Delete your opinion. Our new show that we're doing with our friends Sean and Ewan, where we're talking more general pop culture, not niche shit Doctor Who that no one likes. We're talking. We've done episodes on Spider Noir and Spider-Man in general. We've done episodes on Mandalorian and Grogu and Star Wars. We just recorded an episode about Masters of the Universe and Jared Leto slop. So we're hitting everything pop culture and relevant. It's a lot of fun. There's lots of fun games in the show and various segments. It's a really fun podcast to record. It's a really fun project to work on, and I hope that people listen and enjoy it, because please go over and listen to it, because it's a great time. It's genuinely very fun.
Links will be in the description below.
It's nice to do a show that's not like just shitting on something, constantly.
It's nice to have some variety.
Yeah. Where we can talk about, this was a good movie actually, and there were good things in it. I mean, our first episode was like Mandalorian's bad. Yeah. But you can only do so much. Yeah. But anyway, thank you very much. Anyway, bye-bye. Bye-bye.